Howdy folks, and welcome back once again to Ghost Recon Wildlands for Casual Saturday. And once again, though we had a bit of a break last week, we're going to start today's video off with another joke.
Hey, did you hear the Pentagon had too many generals, so they decided to get rid of some of them? It's about damn time. Well, somebody with the Joint Chiefs came up with the idea of offering $10,000 of severance pay for each inch of the general's body. The generals could be measured any way they chose. An Air Force general goes first. He's a smart guy, so he says he wants to be measured from head to toe. They measure him and come up with 70 inches, so he accepts a severance of $700,000. Next up was an Army general. This guy says he wants to be measured from the tip of his right finger to the tip of his left finger. The measurement comes out to 80 inches. The Army general smiles and takes a severance of $800,000. So the two generals are mighty damn pleased with themselves. But this Marine general's been watching the whole thing, and after a couple minutes, he steps up and says, "You pukes are gonna measure me from the tip of my dick to the bottom of my balls."
Man, Marine generals are kinky.
The men doing the measuring are confused. "Sir, are you sure you understand how this works?" "Just do it, maggot!" the Marine general barks, and then he drops his trousers. Well, the two men get out the measuring tape, they steel their courage, and they get to work. So they start at the tip of his dick, but as they work their way down, they see the general's got no balls.
Plot twist.
One of the men says, "Sir, where are your balls?" "Left them back in Vietnam."
Oh, come on, that was funny. Anyway, what are we up to this week? Oh, that's right, finishing off Santa Blanca's security network. This week, we're going after one of the big guns. And we're about to touch down in a brand new province that goes by the name of Flor Oro.
Flor Oro. The trees there may be pretty, but that province is the heart of Unidad corruption. We want to break up the love affair between Unidad and the cartel. That means taking down General Baro.
The commander of Unidad. How hard is he to get to?
We've got no leads on the general's location, but we've got word of a data center at Unidad's MOB Jaguar. Our source tells us it's chock full of informed personnel. It may even tell tales about some of Unidad's less than savory operations.
Sounds like a good place to find leads on General Baro.
I'm sending you the location of MOB Jaguar now. They probably got the data center underground to keep it cool. And our source couldn't get us any password access, so you'll have to hack in.
Yep, that's right, we're going after the head honcho, El Generalissimo himself, leader of Unidad.
Major General Baro is a patriot. He runs Unidad, the Bolivian military police force from main operating base Jaguar in Flor Oro. When Santa Blanca first arrived in Bolivia, they went to war with Unidad. Innocent civilians got caught in the crossfire. The death toll was tremendous. Baro had seen a lot of death in his life and was desperate to bring peace back to his country. So he brokered a backroom deal between El Sueño and the Bolivian government. Unidad agreed to look the other way and let Santa Blanca run their business. In exchange, the cartel promised to keep their killings to a minimum. Obviously, the results have been a mixed bag. The relationship between Santa Blanca and Unidad is tense. Now that Bolivia has become a full-fledged narco state, I believe that he is starting to regret his decision. Major General Baro is either one of our most dangerous enemies or our greatest ally. There's only one way to find out which. Unidad's darkest secrets are hidden on a server at MOB Jaguar. Infiltrate the base, hack the server, and get me those files. I'm gonna turn these assholes inside out.
Well, you do have to feel a certain amount of sympathy for Major General Baro. He was sent in to maintain the peace when Santa Blanca moved in and started shooting the country up, and in order to maintain the peace, he's had to get in bed with the devil. Now, the question is, how much does he regret that decision, and can we turn him to our side? I'll say one thing about this particular province, it drops you right in at the deep end, right from the get-go. The second your boot's down, you get the briefing from Bowman, and she says, oh, you just have to go and knock off Unidad, right, not Santa Blanca, we're talking about the military here, Unidad's main operating base. Not an outpost, their main operating base. Getting into this place without setting off every alarm in Bolivia was a bit of a challenge, but I did manage to pull it off. Of course, once you're inside and you start the data transfer, every alarm in the country goes off. And what seems like every Unidad soldier in the country starts coming after you. Exfiltrating. is going to be loud, and it's going to be messy. Luckily, there are some vehicles in here, and some of them are armoured. No tanks, unfortunately. But some of them have really, really big guns. And with every alarm going off, and every available soldier rushing to try and lock this place down, we're going to need some serious firepower to exfiltrate from this place in one piece. And I'm pretty sure I saw an armoured SUV with a mounted minigun. Yep, there it is. That is our ticket out.
That's a kill. I'll drive.
Come on, boys. Let's not wait for an invitation. Minigun up. And just in time. Come on, Midas, get in the... Stop fucking around and get in the car. You don't actually have to sit around waiting for everybody to get into a vehicle. Once you start driving, they sort of just, even if you leave them behind, they kind of teleport into it. But for the purposes of putting a video up on YouTube, I do like to hang around and wait until everybody actually gets into the vehicle.
We pulled some interesting intel from that data hack.
What have we got?
General Baro's former aide is in jail. Turns out he knew a little too much about Unidad's dirty laundry, so Baro locked him up. You set him free. He might feel like sharing some secrets he has on his own boss.
That dog was hunt.
We also found information that assets we have placed within Unidad may be exposed. Somehow, some Santa Blanca mook found out who they are, and he's planning to name them to a Unidad captain named Iglesia. You have to silence this cartel informer.
We got a location on the target?
Negative, but we have a location on the Unidad captain. Find him, tail him to his meet with the Santa Blanca informer, then take out the informer.
Roger that. Let us know if you pull anything else from that data hack.
Hang on a minute. I'm Maneaton Bitter. I feel vaguely cheated. What are you talking about, Jingles? Well, what you didn't see was the 40 minutes to an hour that I spent infiltrating that base. Headed to the mission marker on the map, got the go code, yeah, you're in the right area, this is where you need to be, infiltrate the facility, get into the data vault. I silently took down patrols, I sniped lookouts in watchtowers, I commandeered vehicles to get through security gates. Didn't need to do any of that shit, could have just walked in the back gate. I mean, did you see it? It was a 200-meter tunnel straight onto a main road. They didn't even have a security checkpoint or a gate at the other end of it. I could have literally just driven up the main road, taken a left turn and walked right into the main data vault. I feel vaguely cheated. Well, anyway, next up. Bowman has a job for us, and it kind of feels a bit like a side mission. It doesn't seem related to going after Major General Baro at all, but hey, she's in charge, she's calling the shots, I'll just pull the trigger. What's happened is an agent within Unidad, working for us, has had his cover blown, and there's a Santa Blanca informer who knows that he's working for the other side. And he's going to meet a Unidad officer to reveal the ID of the agent. Now, we don't know who the Santa Blanca informer is, but we do know the intelligence officer that he's going to make his report to. So, what we're doing here is we're locating this intelligence officer, and then we're going to tail him to the meet with the Santa Blanca informer. We're going to kill them both, keeping the identity of our agent intact. Quite what this has to do with finding General Baro and convincing him to flip sides, I have no idea, but hey, Bowman's in charge. We just go where we're told and shoot who we're told to shoot.
Confirming target as La Unidad contact. It's going to lead us to the Santa Blanca informer. Let's keep this clean and by the numbers.
Diga, you have something good this time. That last chip was mierda. Yankee spies in La Unidad? How many? Listo. $10,000. No, I can't meet there. Meet me at the shack in the mountains. Bueno.
I wonder how many assets Bowman has out here.
Hell, if they're playing on our team, I'm not gonna complain when we gotta go save them.
True. We find the Unidad captain and kill the cartel informer he meets with.
This mission is fairly straightforward, but it's still possible to screw it up. You don't have to infiltrate this outpost. You just wait for this guy, because he's heading to the car park. He's off to meet his contact. The potential problems arise when you don't have transportation, because he's about to jump into a car. There is a vehicle parked just up the road there. Now, you have to tail him without being detected, and that doesn't necessarily mean without being detected by him. It means without being detected by anybody, which seems a bit stupid. Because the first time I tried this mission, I failed it because as I was watching this guy through the binoculars get into his vehicle and leave the base, a Santa Blanca patrol, convoy, whatever, a couple of guys in Santa Blanca cars drove past, saw me, started shooting. This guy was hundreds of meters away, probably didn't even hear the shots, and the mission was failed. Because I was detected by somebody hostile while this mission was active. So bear that in mind if you're doing this yourself. Stay well hidden as this guy gets into his vehicle and heads off to the meet. And make sure there's a vehicle nearby. The rebel support skill, where you can call in a vehicle, very, very useful here if there aren't any vehicles nearby. You can, of course, always just run out into the road and commandeer a vehicle at random, but be real careful, because if a Unidad or Santa Blanca patrol drives past at the time, you're screwed. Mission failed. Start again. Now, you have to be careful that you don't get too close to this guy's vehicle, because he'll see you and you'll fail. And you also can't get too far away from the vehicle, because he gets away and you lose him and you fail. One word of warning. You'll note that there's a Unidad checkpoint on the road up ahead. Now, if I was just to follow this guy at this kind of speed, I would be going so slowly past that Unidad checkpoint that they would be able to have the time to ID me, and the mission would fail. So, you need to let that guy get a good old distance ahead so you can zoom past these checkpoints fast enough that you don't get ID'd. And that's why you need to let him get a good couple of hundred meters ahead, so that when you are accelerating past the checkpoint, you don't get so close to him that he spots you and IDs you, because either way you're going to fail that mission. Other than that, this one is pretty straightforward. And we've arrived at the location of the meet. This is the shack in the mountains. And our target is up ahead. Let's just see what kind of backup he has with him. There's not going to be a drone jammer here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Santa Blanca gunmen. You can go in here all guns blazing, but all you really have to do is kill the informant. And that sounds like a job for the sniper rifle.
I got eyes on the Santa Blanca informer. Let's take him out. Tango down, tango down. Cartel informer is dead. Our Nox and La Unidad are safe.
So, job done. A little annoying that we're here tidying up after the CIA, but, well, you know, whatever. We serve at the pleasure of the Central Intelligence Agency. But Bowman, if you have any missions for us that are actually related to the reason why we're here in Bolivia in the first place, that would be fantastic. Thanks very much. Oh, Jingles. Be careful what you wish for, because the next thing Bowman has us doing is locating a rebel lieutenant, which sounds pretty easy because, hey, the rebels are on our side after all. Yeah, except this rebel lieutenant has been captured by Unidad, and he's inside a hoofing dirty great big Unidad base. This is another one of those missions where laying the groundwork for getting in and getting this guy out took the best part of an hour. This is a big base. It is very, very heavily defended. And I spent the best part of... Oh, hang on a second. Is that another armoured personnel carrier? I found another tank. I know it's not a tank, but I like to think of it as a tank. It's the closest thing to a tank you're going to see in this game. And I do believe that's going to be my ticket out of here. But yes, I spent the best part of an hour quietly as possible, taking out sentries, taking out lookouts in guard towers, and actually just trying to find out exactly where in this big old base they were holding the rebel lieutenant. Oh, I've been spotted. Crap. Oh well. I actually managed to make it this far without setting off any alarms. From here on in, however, yeah, we're not going to be doing this one quietly. And that's it, that's where they're holding him. Luckily, there's an armoured vehicle with twin 20mm
See what he knows.
autocannons mounted in a turret that I can use to get out of here. Do you like my new gun, by the way? Picked up an M4A1 in this province earlier. There he is.
Opening fire.
¿Qué carajo? Who the fuck are you?
We're your best chance of stopping these motherfuckers. I'm looking for General Baro.
Mierda. I used to be on that pendejo staff. He came to my birthday party once, but he's a cocksucker now.
Where do we find him?
No sé, I don't know where he is. But he has a daughter, the only family that viejo has left. She's a government paper pusher in some speck of a village in Flor Oro. What the hell name does she use? Ah, Erendira. Erendira Buendia. You can use her to get to General Baro.
Gracias. Good luck.
Yeah, went through all of that and we're just going to leave him here.
Bowman. That former Unidad captain told us that General Baro has a daughter who goes by the name Erendira Buendia. She's living in a village in Flor de Oro, working as a civil servant.
I've got the activity working on it now. Get a hold of the daughter. We can use her to urge General Baro to meet with us.
She's a civilian, Bowman.
We've got her cell phone. I'm sending you the data now. You'll be able to track her yourselves. Go get her, then get her father, the general.
Solid copy. That's a kill.
Right, so now we have to go and lean on the General's daughter. Can't say I like that idea too much, but, well, on the bright side, I have a tank. Tell me you like my tank. It's a very nice tank. Jingles, it's not a tank. Shut up, it's a tank. I really wanted to light this place up with the autocannon on the way out, but I appear to have killed everybody. There's just nothing left here alive for me to shoot at. Once again, I kind of feel vaguely cheated. Oh well, anyway. So, next up, we have to go and convince General Baro's daughter to give up her old man. I'm not sure I like where this is going. Let's see what happens.
There she is. Keep in mind she's our only lead. We need her.
And if she don't want to help,
Like I said, she's our only lead. Erendira, buen día. We're looking for General Baro.
Lo siento. Mire, I cannot help you.
You can and you will. We know the General is your father. We only want to meet him.
¿Qué? Why should I believe you?
Because you don't have a choice. You think the cartel sicarios are bad? We are the people they have nightmares about.
Papa? Some gringos have found me. Americanos. I am not hurt. They say they only want to meet. No! I do not trust them. He says you are malos, peligrosos, but he has given me a location.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure about having to do that. But, well, it could have been a lot worse.
I don't like leveraging a civilian's life to get the attention of this general. Saddle up. We need General Baro alive, but I don't expect him to be friendly. Want to get to that RV first.
Well, we got what we needed, so we have to reach the meeting point with Major General Baro and somehow convince him to flip sides on Santa Blanca. Hopefully, he should be amenable to the idea. I mean, he doesn't like Santa Blanca in the first place, and the only reason he got into bed with them was in order to keep the peace and stop the bloodshed. Unfortunately, we've just used his daughter against him, so he's not likely to be too sympathetic, regardless of whether or not he agrees with what we're here to do. So, well, let's see what happens. This is another one of those missions that's very, very easy to fail, because General Baro must not be killed. You can't flip him if he's dead. And, well, let's just say that it's very easy for him to die in the crossfire. So, you'll see what I mean. We're approaching the meeting point. Now, obviously, we're expecting an ambush here. And no matter which way you do this, the ambush is going to happen. It doesn't matter whether you send a drone up first. The game basically cheats. You can send up a drone to scout out the rendezvous location. It's not going to see anything other than General Baro until you get close enough, and then suddenly troops everywhere. And the General jumps into a vehicle and makes a run for it. So do not hang around getting involved in a lengthy gunfight with Unidad troops, because the security patrol level just keeps going up and up and up. You're going to get minigun armed armored vehicles, you're going to get helicopters chasing after you, and General Baro is going to get away. He's in an armored vehicle as well. Yep, we are now being attacked by helicopters. It's all going off. The more you stick around and engage the Unidad troops, the harder it's going to be. The second things kick off, you just jump into the nearest vehicle and you get after General Baro. This is quite a tough mission. You need to be very, very careful that you don't kill him. I've failed this mission a couple of times by blowing up his vehicle because I've taken the vehicle damage skills and I did so much damage. There we go. He could have very easily died there in the explosion as that vehicle went up and that vehicle went up. We are being hosed down by attack helicopters. This is not an easy mission to do. We've got to get the General before that vehicle explodes and get him the hell out of here.
Camines. Our good general knows when to surrender.
Didn't have to go down this way.
Of course it did, Cabron. You threatened my daughter. My only regret is that I did not bring more soldiers.
Sir, we come to you because we need your help.
This is not how one asks for help in Bolivia.
This isn't the normal kind of help we're asking. We're working with the rebels. We want to take down the Santa Blanca cartel. You can't be happy with how they're treating your country.
Do they treat it any worse than the Americans?
Sir, your daughter's safe. Whether or not you help us, you are coming with us.
And yeah, it was a lot harder than it looks to find a vehicle I could safely stash this guy in. Unfortunately, now I'm driving a pickup truck and there are attack helicopters chasing after me, and this thing doesn't stand up too well to bullets. Oh, great. So yeah, this mission, bit of a challenge, especially if you... Oh, great, now I've done. Come on, Jingles, drive. Oh my god. Oh, rebels. Thank God for that. Now the rebels are attacking Unidad. That should keep them off my tail. Hopefully. And now I just have to get some distance. Oh no, the helicopters. Yeah, I'm not going to outrun a helicopter. And I seem to be losing bits of my car. You just have to keep going. At the very least, the Unidad patrol level is... No, patrol lost, no, patrol backup. Yep, they're still chasing me. Yeah, this is just one of those go for it missions. Bad guys absolutely everywhere. How far do I have to go? Not far, not far. Come on, come on. I'm amazed this car is still moving. Look at it, it's like a bullet sieve. Go on, Jingles, you can do it. Nearly there. You just have to get him into the safe house building. Yes, we've done it.
Approaching extraction point. Keep your eyes open.
Bastardo, these were good men!
And once you get him through the door of the shack, suddenly, miraculously, everybody stops chasing you, despite the explosions and mayhem being caused outside, because reasons.
I was in La Paz trying to speak to the president when you had my daughter call me. I have known for some time that our relationship with Santa Blanca is untenable, but I could not convince the bureaucrats there of our situation.
They wouldn't let you speak with the president.
No! And I fear that I revealed my intentions to men and women who are already in the pocket of Sueño. But today, corruption is the Bolivian way of life.
I've been trading too many shots with Unidad to feel any sympathy, sir.
I had wanted order when I made peace with Santa Blanca. But it is an order fueled by corruption and violence against our citizens. That is my responsibility, and I will help make it right.
It's an uphill battle. But if you don't want any more violence for Bolivia, for your daughter, we have to shut this down proper.
I may have a few loyal officers who are willing to see things my way. Also, I have a friend, a colonel in the regular army. He may be able to help. But all of this is going to take time.
Then let's start now.
Oh, okay. That's actually quite surprising. There is a slight nod to realism here. It turns out that we are still being engaged, despite the fact that we got General Baro through the door of the shack. Oh, well, that's refreshing to see. Okay, I think we need to get out of here. Let's not stick around with the Unidad patrol level going up. Anyway, let's see if Bowman's happy with our progress.
Nomad, this is Bowman. Beautiful work in Flor Oro. With General Baro turning against the cartel and our own assets protected, shit is gonna get tough for corrupted officers inside Unidad.
And for the Santa Blanca friends.
Hell yeah. With Baro and his military contacts on our side, you can expect Unidad patrols to get a lot less lenient with cartel members.
Way to build tension.
Exactly. And give our rebel friends more room to operate.
They will be moving onto rougher terrain. I'll be in touch. Nomad out.
As a reward for taking down General Baro, you get to take his sidearm. It's a customised Beretta. Very nice. Furthermore, with General Baro in our pocket, that is all of Santa Blanca's security bouchons taken care of. Security destabilization is now running at 90%. The only thing left to go for is La Plaga, the Plague, the security underboss, and then his big brother, El Muro, the security chief himself. And unless something goes seriously wrong between now and next week, that's going to be next week's Casual Saturday video in Ghost Recon Wildlands. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.